Hey guys, don't mind me just putting a little red lipstick. You know, Miss Little likes to wear her bright red lipstick. It is day 5. Day 5. We have not seen each other, and it's really crazy. So let's get straight into the lesson, and then we're going to talk about a few things afterwards. So today is day 5. So you were doing AMI day 6. And today is just another review. You already looked at on day 3 what control variables are and what experimental variables are. And I wanted to break those down into independent and dependent. And we've learned about independent and dependent before, but it doesn't hurt to have a review of what they are. It never hurts to make sure, because I'm 36 years old and still sometimes get confused about independent and dependent. And you know that if you watch the video on on Tuesday. So you're going to need today your writing utensil, and you're going to need your AMI day 6. What is an independent variable and what is a dependent variable? Let's remember, you can go to the Lamar website, which is lamarwarriors.org. Scroll down left hand, AMI packets. Click on it. Go to the high school AMI packets because you are in high school. Then going to go to AMI days. Oh, no, we're not there yet. Days 2 through 10. And on day 2 through 10, you're going to go down to Science AMI. You're going to find Physical Science days 2 through 6 because we are completing this week. Hopefully you have worked on yours this week and you're not waiting to the last minute to get all these done, because guys, it's not going to be feasible to finish all of these days at the very last minute. I mean, if you're now going to be waiting until April 17th to get all this work in, it's not possible. So today it says to complete the worksheet. What is an independent variable and what is a dependent variable? So I'm going to scroll down to what the worksheet looks like. If you don't have the availability of printing this off at home, it doesn't matter. If you've got a piece of paper, whether it's lined paper or plain paper, there it is. It doesn't matter. As long as you turn something into me, make sure that you date that today is March the 20th of 2020. You know, we always do the date, then the month, then the year. Make sure you put the 2020 and not just 20. And this is what we're looking at. You're looking at independent and dependent variables. Remember, the independent is the variable that goes on the x-axis. It is what we manipulate. It is what is changed. The dependent changes because the independent changes. My example, my go-to is always to remember, I'm a mom. And as a mom, I am independent. If I change something in my house, my children automatically have to change because of it. They don't have a choice because they are my dependents. They are dependent upon me to take care of them. And the same thing happens in an experimental design or an experiment at all. Anytime you change something, that is the independent. That is what you change. That is what's going to go on our x-axis, which is the horizontal. And then our dependent is what changed because of what we already changed, and it is our y-axis. It is the vertical. And so I can give you a table, and you can look at the x and the y, and maybe by now we've been through almost 8 months of school, and you know that, okay, I know that the y, my vertical, is going to be my dependent, and my x, my horizontal, is going to be my independent. Well, now we're just going to look at some case scenarios, because you're not always going to get a table, or not a table, but a graph, and say, what's the independent, what's the dependent? You're going to get paragraphs that ask you what are independents and dependents. So let's look at the first one together. In experiment 1, it says you want to figure out which brand of microwave popcorn pops the most kernels so you can get the most value for your money. You test different brands of popcorn to see which bag pops the most popcorn kernels. Then I'm asking you, what is the independent variable and what is the dependent variable? What are we changing? What do we want to know? What do we want to answer? We want to change the brand of microwave popcorn. And so we're changing the brand. Because we're changing the brand, what are we looking for? The amount of kernels popped. I mean that we're changing the different brands of popcorn. We're looking at the amount of popcorn. It's 10:33. Well, 10:34. you would be going to, what is this, fourth hour now? Fourth hour, I do miss you guys. Okay. All right. So after you finish answering these three, please don't cheat. Don't go ahead and go over to the second page and just write down the answers. This is how you teach yourself. This is called homeschooling. So then down at the bottom, or when you flip to the back or the second page, I give you the answers to number 1, 2, and 3. Not because I'm grading those as 1, 2, and 3, but because it helps you understand whether or not you got independent variable versus dependent variable correct or not. Then on your own, this is what I will be grading. Now, listen, I will be giving you some points if you have this filled out. Don't think, well, she's not grading these, she's giving me the answers. No, you'll be getting some points for filling that out. But then this is where the real points come in. This is where you'll get 2 points apiece for each of these. And it just asks you, what's the independent variable? What are we changing? Dependent variable? What is changing because the independent has changed? And then you're going to look at constants and controls. Those are a little bit easier to look at. I know that it's not going to pop out of you on scenario 1 and say, what are the constants and controls? But you think, what is a control? Or a constant. A constant is something that stays the same during the experiment, something that never is altered. And then the control is what you compare your independent variable to. What are we going to compare it to? So you come up with those two, and then that's it for today. It's really not that difficult of an assignment. So, of course, you need a writing utensil, AMI Day 6, read the lesson and complete the 3 examples, check your answers using the key on the back, complete the now on your own section, which are the 4 scenarios, and then complete the section where it says other variables and control. Sorry, I had to make that bigger. I apologize. Oh, it made the whole thing change. Oh, that's good to know. Good. Good. All right. This lovely thing here. This is called COVID-19. This is the virus that has turned our lives and our world upside down. It has made us stay home. It has made us cancel school. It has made us cancel going out to eat. You're only allowed to get so much from Walmart. A lot of things have changed. I know there's a lot of kids out there who would rather be playing baseball and softball and maybe getting outside more with their friends. But guys, this is the moment that we really need to flatten the curve. We really need to think about other people in the situation, especially the elderly. It looks like right now in the States, they're saying that people between the ages of 22 and 40 something are the ones that are being hospitalized, and that's probably due to vaping. We have a huge epidemic of vaping going on, and we've discussed that a lot in this class and how I'm not a big fan of vaping because of what it does do to your lungs. This is a respiratory virus. It is going to affect your lungs. You need your lungs to live. You need your lungs to survive. And, you know, that's why I am always saying, guys, I'm not a fan of vaping. I'm not a fan of this little dude right here. What I am a fan of is the scientists. I am a fan of those who are trying to figure out a cure, an antiviral, a vaccine, to where we do not have to go through something like this again. It's the first time in my lifetime that anything like this has happened. I remember being little and chickenpox coming around, and most of y'all never gotten chickenpox because there's a vaccine for it now, and you don't have to go through it. And I had 3 kids in my house. I had my 2 older siblings and my baby sister, and my mom was like, all right, let's get this all done and over with. This is a little bit different. I know little kids died from chickenpox a long time ago, but now we've got Tylenol and ibuprofen. With that being said, and me saying ibuprofen, there is a warning out there if you get a fever not to take ibuprofen, to make sure that you just take Tylenol. If you have a liver disorder, make sure you contact your doctor if you are having a high fever. Also, reminder, allergy season is upon us. My daughter right now is at home with a cough. It is a wet cough, not a dry cough. It's very wet sounding, which means that she is fighting off any kind of mucus that is going down the back of her throat and into her lungs. And she also has asthma on top of that, and so we had to go get her some inhalers. If you can just call your doctor, like, hey, I know I've got allergies going on. I need a prescription for Zyrtec or Claritin or whatever you take, Allegra, and you need something a little stronger than what they have at the Walmart or at your local pharmacy, call your doctor, talk to the nurse, and more than likely You would be tardy if you were not in my class right now. Okay. Big deal, coronavirus. It's really pretty though. The reason that they give it the name coronavirus is because of the corona, which is where? Around our sun. And it kind of looks like our sun. It is very circular or cylindrical. And it has these pretty red flames that come off of it, and orange and yellow. And so it looks pretty, but it's not very pretty at this moment. So if you're one who gives out good vibes or praise or whatever that you do, guys, please do that for our scientists, do that for our medical professions, for those who are currently dealing with this in their lives. Y'all know. All right, now, no matter what happens or how bad it seems today, life goes on and it will get better tomorrow. I love Maya Angelou. I love her. We have been told that school has been canceled until April 17th. We will start school back on April 20th of this year. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to miss you guys. I will be shooting out some more AMI packets for you to be finishing and getting done. As you saw back there on the website, they already have those links up for us to start putting things out. So hopefully you're watching these YouTube videos. Hopefully they're helping you. I will start shooting stuff out about chemical reactions because we really need to get that unit over and done with, because it's really neat. I really like chemical reactions. I like to see we have built up everything since January until now, and I just hate to go to full stop and quit learning about what we were. I want to continue on, and this is why I'm here. 7:45 to 3:15. Any questions you need, call me, send me an email. Next week is spring break, so I will not be answering any questions next week, but the following week, what is that, March 30th, I will be back on the clock. So I love you all. Stay safe. If I see you at Walmart and I don't give you a big old hug and I give you a little elbow, it's not because I don't want to love on you. It's because I want to love on my family and keep my little asthmatic safe and healthy. And then for myself also, because we all know I have health issues too. So love you all. Do miss you. Maybe I can get a Zoom together and we can collaboratively come together. I will have to look into that. Comment down below if you watch this. If you have any questions, guys, be safe.